Hello, welcome to another riff of the week, and this week it's a little bit different. I'm going to do a Van Halen riff, but not a guitar riff, but I am going to do it on guitar. You'll see what I mean. So someone asked in the Facebook group for the Turnmaster Pro the other day, how do I get the effects for Dancing in the Street by Van Halen? Now, the original is played on a Moog synthesizer, so getting that exact sound is going to be very, very difficult. But I thought I'll create something that sounds kind of similar that you could play on guitar, because if you're playing in a cover band, you're not potentially going to have a keyboardist or a keyboard to play, so you might want to just translate this to a guitar. So first of all, what am I talking about? Let's hear just a little bit of the track. So you can hear on the right-hand side, at least in my headphones, you can hear the keyboard constantly going. Occasionally you get Eddie coming in on the left with some arpeggiated pattern as well, just playing it on quite a straight sounding guitar, more like... But what I'm going to do is try and create the synth sound. So I'm going to go into Pro Control. This is my Dancing in the Street preset that I've created. I'm just going to turn things on, basically. To start with, I've just got the Plexi, and I've got a cab with an SM57, and that's the bass sound. Then I've also got an EQ, and I just take out some of the bottom end a little bit. Now, every Eddie preset has to have a phaser in there somewhere, so that's the standard setup for a Phase 90. You just have the speed on minimum, and that gives you this sound. Just gives it a bit of movement up and down. You can kind of hear it swirling around. Next up, I have a small plate reverb. Just to give it a little bit of depth in there. Then I have a tape echo, and this is set up with a dotted eighth. You can see here, dotted eighth. I have the feedback, so I have a few repeats. The mix is really high. I've set it to 52%. And I've got the time set to 379 milliseconds, but actually it's taking off the tap tempo. So whatever I've tapped it to, which I think right now is about 120 BPM. And this is where you get the majority of your effect from. So if I play what I was playing before. Okay, so the final piece of the puzzle, I threw in a step filter. Now this, you can kind of hear is doing this. If I play a harmonic. So I've thrown in some randomization here and some glitching, but I've also tried to sort of add the step smooth, but I've left it with the standard pattern that was set up when I opened it. Then I've changed the resonance as well, so and the mix. So now if I do it, the key is, if you just play one note normally, you can hear it sort of making that sort of filter sound throughout. But if you hit the string with different type of attack each time, or throughout the whole pattern, you actually get different effects as well. So if I go... That's really heavily muted now and playing very lightly. Now if I change the attack throughout. If you add a bit of attack here and there, it just adds to the effect. So if I was to play that now, just the first couple of bars. So it's not the exact effect that you're going to get if you're using a Moog, but it's pretty good. So I'm going to play over this and see how it sounds. I think that sounds pretty cool and I'm quite happy with that. I'm going to add this to the cloud. I'm going to call it hard rock. Yeah. So, dancing in the street. Van Halen. Post. All right, so that is uploaded. I've set the preset volume to 75% and I've checked with Meter Maid and got it to minus 16 LUFS, which is what I do for all my presets now. So that should be good to go. Hope you enjoy it and I hope it's useful to you. I'll see you in the next riff of the week.